Today I'm going to talk about an amazing book, Susan Cain's Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. Now, on the blog, we do talk about talking a lot, but it's so important to understand and treasure introverts. Why? Well, big confession, I have many introverted traits, and yet our society is so fixated on the talkers. The talkers get the attention. You want to learn how to command a room, command the stage, and yet we overlook the really incredible qualities that introversion has. So let's talk about a few of the highlights. I love this book. There's a link to get it at the end of the blog. So the first is to really know yourself. If you're someone who has introverted tendencies, including myself, I have to check in and say, is it okay to have an evening activity 3 nights in a row? For me, no way. I get so burnt out. So you have to know in what environments do you really thrive and where can you find that balance. So let's say you do go to a big networking event and you find that you need the next night to really recharge yourself. So bring your awareness to what you really need. Now, the second point that I want to talk about her book was so important was about optimal workspaces. There's so much talk about the collaborative environment and group thinking, and everyone's got to just, jam their opinions all together. Well, guess what? Some people, when presented with an idea, need time to synthesize, to process, and it needs to happen in solitude. Instead of being in an open workspace, really finding that quiet space for yourself to really process and think and owning that. And not being afraid to voice that to your boss so that you can, share with what you need to really function well. And lastly, I think part of it is really understanding how to celebrate who you are. For example, a good friend of mine was sharing after a teacher's conference that she was concerned that her son wasn't jumping into all the activities, wasn't really taking charge. And this teacher told her, it's actually a really great quality. I mean, would you want your teenage son to just jump into every great idea that was presented to him? No, you would appreciate a teenager who has to step back and observe first before participating. But our society is so obsessed with no, we just want them to step up and do it. So celebrate those qualities in you, understanding why being an introvert is awesome. So pick up this book, give a thought, and start to embrace your introverted nature. I certainly have.